I feel like I can tell just by the author's note that I'm gonna love this book. I know a lot of people don't like the accidental pregnancy like premise, but I personally eat it up. I felt like this book literally was just internalized racism written down on paper. Hey everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a book swap video. So I have done this video one time in the past on my channel and it's been probably like 2 to 3 years now since I did a book swap video, but in this video I'm going to be swapping books with my bestie Steph. And if you have not subscribed to Steph, please go do so. Her channel is so amazing. I love her TBR games. Her Tackle My TBR series is literally so good, and she actually came up with some prompts for us to do for our swap. So in the last video that I did like this, I just swapped like 2 books just to see if I would like them or if the other person was going to like them. But this time Steph ended up giving us 3 prompts with 3 different books that we're going to read. So she gave the prompts and then she gave me books that she felt fit the prompts for me to read, and I gave books that I felt fit the prompts for her to read. So I'm super excited to read the 3 books that she picked out. All 3 of them have been on my radar, so I'm super excited to read them all. Also, sorry about the lighting. The sun just got really weird. Let me fix that. Okay, that was better. The sun was like behind a cloud and then all of a sudden just like decided not to be behind the cloud anymore. So I am here to fix that. Also, Navy has come to say hi. Hi, Navy. Hi. Hi. So I am super excited to be filming this video and doing this collab with Steph. So we're going to be going over the prompts and then I will let you guys know which book I'm going to be reading. So I think I'm going to go through the prompts after each book. So I'll give you the first prompt now and the first book now, and then once I finish this book, then I'll go over the second prompt and the second book. So the first prompt is a recommendation. So this is a book that she has been recommending to me, that she has been wanting me to read. So I'm finally doing it, and that is going to be Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. So this book I have been seeing everywhere. Steph has recommended it to me. She says that she thinks that I'm going to absolutely love this book. She gave it 5 stars, I believe. So I'm super excited to read this. I know she's not super big into romance, or at least she used to not be. I feel like she's a little bit more into romance more lately, but I feel like for her to give a romance book 5 stars, I feel like that is just a testament to the book. So I'm super excited to read this book. I feel like this book has pretty much everything in it that I enjoy in a romance. So I'm super excited to read this book and see what my thoughts are going to be. So this is the first book that I'm going to be reading for this video, and I'm about to start it right now actually, and I'm really excited. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the first book and see if Steph knows my taste.
Making me hate you, probably think it's painful, but really I'm grateful. I think I've seen this before. This is the part where you say you want me to.
I feel like I can tell just by the author's note that I'm gonna love this book. So super excited to keep reading.
No need to sugarcoat it. It's getting old, there's not much to uphold. Almost like
I'm here with my first update. So I'm about 50% in to Out on a Limb. I'm on page 171, which is the start of chapter 18. And I am loving this book. I literally am eating it up. I had a little bit of a Christmas tree fiasco earlier today, but if I would have not had a Christmas tree fiasco, I definitely would have sat and binged this in one sitting. Like, I had to run and like find a Christmas tree because the Christmas tree that I ordered ended up getting canceled. So I had to run out and see if I could find a Christmas tree. So that is the only reason that I stopped reading this book earlier. Like, I am loving this book. Like, I love Win. I love her personality. I love Bo, just everything about him. Like, he's giving book boyfriend. I feel like this could be a 5-star read. Now, I know a lot of people don't like the accidental pregnancy like premise, but I personally eat it up. Like, I love a good accidental pregnancy book, and I feel like this is a good one. So I don't know. I'm just really, really enjoying the story. I'm enjoying the characters. I'm enjoying just everything about it. The writing is so good and easy to read. Like, I have no complaints. So, like I said, I'm 50% in, so we'll see how I feel about it when I get to the end of it, but I have a feeling that this could be a 5-star. So, we'll see how things play out. Right now, it seems like both parties can communicate effectively, so we'll see if that continues to go out throughout the rest of the book. I feel like the only thing that could make it like not 5 stars is if there is a miscommunication at the end, how that's handled. So yeah, I don't know, but loving it so far. At my 50% check-in, I'm recommending this to you if you have not read it. So yeah, that is my update for 50% in. I do plan to sit here and finish the rest of this. It's currently 6:42 and it's a Friday night, so I don't have any plans tomorrow. So I'm about to stay up and finish this. I don't think it'll probably take me too long. I probably like within the next like couple of hours. And I might go ahead and start the second book for this video. We'll just see how I'm feeling once I finish Out on a Limb. But yeah, so that's my update for now, and I will talk to you guys again probably once I finish Out on a Limb. Hello. Okay, so I wanted to come and report that I have finished Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young, and I'm happy to report that I am giving this book 5 stars. I loved this book. So basically we are following Win and Bo, and they meet at this party. They have a one-night stand, and Win ends up getting pregnant. She then tells Bo like, hey, I'm pregnant, after our one-night stand, and Bo just like continues to show up for her. And I loved this book. I just loved everything about it. I loved the writing. I loved Win. I loved Bo. I loved that there was no third act breakup. Like, I loved this book. The communication, the friendship, the friends to lovers, like the getting to know each other. So good. So good. Like, literally so good. I'm so mad that it took me this long to pick this book up because it was literally that good. Like, I feel like this has the potential to be a favorite of all time. Like, I literally loved this book. I will probably be reading this book again at some point in my life because I loved it that much. Like, this book was just seriously so good, and I'm so grateful to Steph for recommending this to me because it was just literally amazing. I will probably end up reading Next of Kin as well, which is Hannah Bonham Young's other book that she has written, but this one was like literally so good. 5 stars. 5 stars to this. So I feel like we're starting this video out on a very high note, so I'm definitely interested to see what the next books are going to be. So let me look up the prompts again because I did not save them, so I have to like scroll back through the messages because I literally, you know, whatever, it is what it is. I'm only organized sometimes. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so the second prompt is a book that a book that Steph either gave 1 star to or just didn't like, but she thinks that I will like it. And so that is going to be The Vanishing Half. She says she didn't hate it, but it wasn't for her, and the more that she thinks about it, she was like, yeah, disappointing. Okay, so she didn't hate it, but the more she thinks about it, the more she thinks that it was just a disappointing read. So let me go on Goodreads and see what she did rate it. I don't really know much about this book. I think it's like follows 2 sisters, and they could be twins, or I could be making that up, but they are of mixed ethnicity. So I believe they're like half black, half white, and they live their lives separately. One of them lives as like an African-American individual, and the other one is like more white passing, so they live as like a white person, like, if that makes sense. So I was interested in this book, so I'm definitely interested to see if I'm going to like it. It was a Goodreads Choice Award winner in 2020, so I don't know. know. I'm seeing very mixed reviews from people that I am friends with and follow on Goodreads. So let's see. So Steph rated it 3 stars, which, you know, is still not a bad rating, but she says obviously the more that she thinks about it, the more disappointing she feels like it was. So I'm definitely interested to see. I'm seeing like some 1 stars, I'm seeing some 5, some 4, some 3. I feel like it's majority 5 that I'm seeing, a lot of 4 and 5s. There's only the one star. So I'm interested to see what I'm gonna think about this. Let me read the synopsis because I honestly don't know what this is about for real. So twin sisters that are identical, growing up together in a small southern black community and running away at age 16. Their lives are different as adults, their families, communities, and racial identities. Many years later, one sister lives with her black daughter in the same southern town she once tried to escape. The other passes for white, and her white husband knows nothing of her past. Still even separated by so many miles and just as many lies, the fates of the twins remain intertwined. What will happen to the next generation when their own daughter's storylines intersect? Okay, interesting. It's giving, what is that book? Passing by Nella Larson. I read Passing. It wasn't like my favorite book that I've ever read like it's giving like classic. So I don't know, I'm interested to see. I did get this from my library, so I did download the ebook from my library, so I will be reading it on my Kindle. So we'll see how I like it. Fingers crossed I do. I feel like this video started out on such a high note with a 5-star like right off the bat, so I'm definitely interested to see what I'm gonna think about this next book and see if my taste aligns with Steph's in this instance of this book. So yeah, I don't think that I'm gonna start it tonight. I think I'm gonna go to bed. It's currently like 10:15, so I think I'm about to go to bed, and I believe that I will end up actually starting this book tomorrow. So with that being said, I will update you guys in the morning, and honestly probably I'll update you like once I get halfway through, probably, more than likely. So that'll probably be tomorrow. We'll see. It might be a few days from now, I don't know. I'm gonna try and do it tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll just see how I'm liking it, because I will DNF. I know Steph usually doesn't like to DNF. She's very much a push througher. She loves to wait it out and see, but like not me. Like if I get within 50 pages and I'm like, I don't like this book, then I will DNF it, and that's just what it is. So if I end up DNFing it, I don't know. I don't want to like put that like notion into my head that I'm not gonna like it, but I am a bit nervous about this one. So I'm definitely interested to see if this book is going to be my taste, if it'll be up my alley. So that's my update for now, and I will update you guys again once I have started The Vanishing Half. Okay, so I was just making sure that I had the ebook downloaded, and I was looking, and there's only 17 chapters, which means that these chapters are about to be long. I hate long chapters because that is just like, what even? So oh goodness, I'm nervous about this one. I don't know, we'll see though. Sorry about the lighting, but yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Like I said, I'm probably gonna go to bed tonight and start it in the morning. So yeah, talk to you guys then. So I am 26% into The Vanishing Half. I was trying to wait until I got to the 50% mark to give my update, but so far I am not really liking this book. I don't like the way that it's like told, because it's written in, what is this, like 3rd person or whatever, but it's like multiple POVs, so you can't really tell whose point of view is whose because there's so many different point of views. And then with everybody's name just being said like constantly, it's getting confusing. The story itself, like I'm not really that invested. Like I don't really care what happened to Stella. I don't understand why it's such a big deal about Jude being who Jude is. Like obviously I know the time period is a little bit different, and so things were a little bit different at this point in time, but I don't know, I'm just really not vibing with the book itself. I'm not feeling the writing, I'm not feeling the characters, the story, like any of it. I don't know. I'm gonna keep going and see if maybe I like it a little bit later, but as of right now, I'm not really enjoying it. The chapters are so long, which I already just don't love. Like, I'm on chapter 4, which is page 86, so I don't know. I'm gonna keep going, try and like push it out, but I don't know. I feel like this one might not be for me, but we'll see. And yeah, so I'll update you guys again a little bit later. Hello. Okay, so I finished The Vanishing Half not too long ago. So I am thinking I'm going to decide on rating it a 3-star. So I had a hard time with this one. Obviously, I expressed a few concerns there at the beginning about the writing and the way that the story was told. And I feel like my concerns weren't really lessened throughout the rest of the book. I felt like this book literally was just internalized racism written down on paper. I don't know, but I feel like this wasn't necessarily a story that was for me. I don't feel like I took anything from it, really. I don't think that I'm going to think about it a few years down the line. I don't think the characters resonated with me or stuck with me. I don't think that I would necessarily recommend it. Like, I think it's okay. Like, I thought it was an okay book. I definitely feel like I have read better Black stories than this one. I feel like it was just okay in my opinion. Like I said, I didn't really love the writing style or the storytelling in it, so I feel like that's just like personal preference, and the story itself I just feel like didn't really do anything for me, so that is why I'm sitting at a 3-star. I feel like the more that I think about it later in life, I feel like maybe that could cause my rating to lower, or maybe even like raise it if something like random has me like thinking about it, possibly. But right now I feel like it was just an okay book. I think it was 3 stars. I feel like that's a solid rating for it. It was, like I said, it was just okay in my opinion. Not the best thing I've ever read, not the worst thing I've ever read. So I feel like 3 stars is definitely a good rating, and I'm happy with that rating, even if I didn't absolutely love the book. But now that I'm officially finished with that, I will be moving on to the next book that I'm going to be reading for this video. And the third prompt is a book that Steph enjoyed and liked, but it's one that she doesn't think that I am going to like, or that I might actually hate. And so for that, the book is Shark Heart by Emily Hebeck. And it was actually perfect because I was waiting on the ebook to be checked out from my library because there was like a hold on it, and actually like 5 minutes before I finished The Vanishing Half, I got a notification from Libby saying that my hold was ready. So now I'm going to be picking up Shark Heart. I did actually borrow this book from the library a few months ago and just didn't end up reading it in time. But I am actually really interested in this book, and I feel like it might be one that I like and enjoy. So I feel like I have high hopes going into Shark Heart, but I don't know. Steph doesn't think that I'm gonna like it, so I'm definitely interested to see what my thoughts are gonna be on it. So yeah, I will be starting book 3 now, which like I mentioned is going to be Shark Heart. I am going to start it tonight, so I am about to start it right now. So yeah, I don't know how far I'll get into it tonight. It is like 8 o'clock, 7:57, so I'll probably go to bed here in the next like couple of hours, but we'll see how much of it I can get read. I feel like it isn't necessarily a long book. Let's see, ooh, that's not the page count. Why is the page numbers in Roman numerals? Oh, okay, there it goes. So it's 410 pages. So that seems like kind of a little bit lengthier, but I feel like it might not be told exactly in fully paragraph form. I don't know where I'm getting that information from. I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start this right now. I've got it locked and loaded on my Kindle, so I'm ready to start, and I will update you guys again probably once I hit around the 50% mark and let you know how I am liking this book. Okay, so Shark Heart, and I'm about 23% into the book, and it's reading really fast so far. Like, I've only been reading for about an hour because it's currently 8:48, so it's been like a little bit under an hour, because I want to say I started at like 7:57 or something like that, so it's like right under an hour, and I'm already 23% in. This book is reading so fast, and I was right when I said that it wasn't told in like your typical paragraph format, which I feel like I'm enjoying, and it's making it a lot quicker of a read, so I am enjoying that. But I feel like it is making me a bit sleepy. Like, it's not boring or anything. Like, I'm interested in the story, I'm interested in what's happening between Lewis and Ren, but I think I'm just getting sleepy, so I think I'm probably actually about to go to bed here in a minute. But so far I'm enjoying it. I am really interested to see how it's going to end up. So if you don't know, Shark Heart is essentially about this man named Lewis and this woman named Ren, and they are married. They've been married for not very long. They're in their first year of marriage still when Lewis gets diagnosed with an animal mutation disease. So he is essentially mutating into an animal, and he is turning into a great white shark. And so we are following them as Lewis is going to his teaching job and like being a theater teacher at a high school and turning into a shark, and Ren as she is continuing going to work in finance, as well as like dealing with the fact that her husband is like transforming into a shark. So far I'm really enjoying it, actually. I'm definitely interested to continue in the morning when I wake up, but yeah, for now I think I'm about to go to bed, and I will update you guys again in the morning once I continue reading Shark Heart. Okay, so I wanted to give my final update for this video before closing it out. So I just finished Shark Heart by Emily Hebeck, and I actually really enjoyed this book. I think I'm going to end up rating it 4 stars. I feel like this book was so like sad, but also so beautiful and like so heartwarming, but also like tragic at the same time, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the way that it was told. I will say, however, the middle bit, like part 2, I did find myself being a little bit disconnected, just because we do start following like Ren's mother up until Ren is born essentially, and then up until Ren is probably about 6, so that part kind of did lose me a little bit, but I still enjoyed reading that and how it ended up playing into the whole story and why Ren was having the feelings that she was having about what happened with Lewis, and exactly how her life has like shaped up to her marriage with Lewis, and how the fact that he is going through this mutation is impacting her. And so I really enjoyed this book. I definitely will say that it is definitely not a book for everyone. It is on like the weird kind of front. I feel like this year I have been diving a little bit more into some of the more weird kind of books. Like earlier this year I read Nothing to See Here by Kevin Wilson, and that one is kind of in the veins of this one. It's very like similar in the fact that like there are these like unexplainable phenomenons happening basically, and so things are happening to people and you don't really understand why. And so I feel like this book is very reminiscent of that, but like in a completely different way. And so I definitely feel like I really enjoyed this. I feel like I would recommend it if you would like to read it. I don't think that it is going to be a book for everyone, like I mentioned, but I enjoyed it. I thought the story was absolutely beautiful, and I am so happy that Steph recommended me to read this. It was on my radar, but I don't know when I would have gotten to it if it wasn't for Steph. So thank you so much for recommending this book to me for me to read in this video. I know know you thought that I might not like it, but I'm happy to report that I did indeed like it and will be giving it 4 stars. So with that being said, that is all for today's video. Thank you so much to Steph for wanting to do this video with me and collabing with me and giving me the prompts and the books to read in this video. Thank you, the viewer, for watching. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. If you've made it to this point in the video, leave the shark emoji and let me know how you're enjoying Bookmas so far in the comments. So yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.